Just finally on The Voice, the Sydney Morning Herald was leaked a potential negotiating point here that is apparently being worked on, which is to add even extra words to the words none of us have seen just yet about what we'll be voting on later in the year, making it absolutely explicit that Parliament remains the sole authority to make laws and also to be the one to deal with legal consequences of anything that might come out of The Voice. Is this sort of the move towards compromise, or does it further complicate things, what was being leaked today?
It's a really good question, Paul. I don't know what is going on here, because Australians are demanding the detail. They just want from the Prime Minister honesty, to be honest. They want him to lay out what it is they're asking the people to support. If you're changing the Constitution, that's a big deal. Not like legislation. If legislation can be amended, it can be supported, it can be knocked back. It can be built on, it can be dispensed with. If you put something into the Constitution, as your viewers well know, that is a very significant change. And so people are just saying to the Prime Minister, well, just be upfront and straight with us and give us the detail, and we'll make the decision about whether it's another layer of bureaucracy or if it's going to help Indigenous people. And so far they haven't given that detail. But I actually think it's quite remarkable that given the group that is most influential with the government in relation to The Voice and the way in which the question will be constructed, etc., has been dealing with the issue for months and months and months. They're going to deliver a final report Thursday of this week, and yet they're only given legal advice by the Solicitor General Friday of last week, after they've had months of deliberation. And not to get the legal advice, I just think it's quite remarkable. So I hope the Attorney General can explain that, but I don't see why you would withhold the information or the legal advice from that group when they're about to report. It's putting the cart before the horse, but a lot of what this government does is exactly that. And I think there are a lot of decisions they're making at the moment that aren't going to impact in a positive way in our country, particularly, as you point out, for those that are really staring down the barrel of lots of cost of living pressures over the course of this next year.